Alright, what is up, my entertainment junkies? And continuing my trip around the world with weird laws. This time we have France. And also this time, we have a Fleshy explaining them. So, this is probably going to be more of a casual thing than a written thing. I have no clue, I don't know this creator at all, but let's react to the 12 weird laws in France.
It's been a while since I've been in front of a camera, but last night at 2 a.m. I just had this random thought. Some time ago I made a video about weird laws in Alaska, and I want to do every single state, but last night I was like, I wonder if I could do countries. So I want to do weird laws in every single countries, and today we are doing France. France has 10,500 laws. 10,500 laws.
I mean, is that... I don't know how laws work in other countries. Like, do they have municipality laws and, like, city laws and stuff? Because if it's just you have federal laws and that's it, how many did you say? 1,000 or 10,000?
Has 10,500.
Okay, 10.5k laws. That's still not actually a lot. Hell, let's see if I can actually find this. How many laws are in the Mississippi books? Mississippi, 15 articles. State, yada. Are... Let's try this. How many state laws does Mississippi have? And like I said, mind you, laws aren't only there to punish criminals, they're also there to tell the government what they can and can't do. 15 articles, amended 123 times. Okay, I can't get an actual number, but you have to think about this. There is the actual laws you can't do, which, if you kill somebody in Mississippi, that's both a state law and a federal law, and probably a county law too. So you have municipality laws, county laws, state laws, and federal laws. Which, this one, how many federal laws are in the U.S.? There's some information number. Congress has enacted more than 30,000 statutes. So statutes would be the same as laws. So over 30,000 for the whole United States, and that's not including state, county, municipality. So in the grand scheme of things, if 10,000 is just all laws in general, it's not that big. And I'd assume it was, since they don't have the power to have their, I don't know what they call them, either districts, municipalities, states, stuff like that. They don't have the federal government oversees them, and not the way that we have it, where the states supersede the government.
Laws. 10,500 laws. I don't know if that's a lot or not enough.
It doesn't seem like a lot.
If you're a lawyer, you have to know all of those. I can barely remember my friend.
Nope, that is something completely different. Lawyers, there are laws, there are civil laws, criminal laws, stuff like that. Lawyers have a specific, like, there are murder defense lawyers and theft. Like, there are lawyers who are specialized in the state for certain laws. So you don't have to know, at least in the U.S., you don't have to know all the laws to be a lawyer. There are fraud lawyers.
friends' phone numbers. These are
Okay, that's
12
sad.
weird, odd, strange laws in France. So the first one is kind of understandable.
Let's go, Fleshy.
French people love Napoleon. So the number one law is you cannot name a pig Napoleon.
Aww.
It is illegal to make fun of.
You know, I'm gonna get a pig, name it Napoleon, and freaking make a whole Twitter based off of only French people, and post all about him on there.
Napoleon in France. Even snails need a ticket to ride the train in France. Those slimy, sticky little shit.
I'm sorry, what?
The law trying to...
Aren't snails considered food in your country?
I get a free ride. Ballsy.
How do they enforce
Don't
that?
kiss in a French train station. The French railway workers got
Eh.
tired of delaying the trains because of people kissing their farewell goodbyes.
Okay, that's fair.
So no kissing on the train. You know who you are. It is illegal in France to disinherit your children.
Oh,
Let
I
me know
agree.
if that's true.
I agree with this. I do not like that in America. Although we have the freedom to associate with who we want, but I mean, I guess if they're over 18, I don't mind it. Because like I said, you have the freedom to associate with who you want, but it was still your fault that they came into this world, and it's, whatever you do, it's your fault that they ended up the way that they did, even if you don't like it.
What I do not, don't have kids and friends. Who does that anyway? I feel like
A lot of
this
people.
next law is very French. Since 2011, kids are forbidden to be served ketchup in school.
What?
Outside of the school, they can still eat ketchup, but apparently, and let me know if it's true, but a self-respecting French citizen would not eat ketchup. I love ketchup. Like, what do you dip your fries in if not ketchup?
What the fuck?
I don't think there's ranch in France. If any French people watch...
French, y'all have problems.
this, do you eat ketchup? Although I think I prefer mustard. Just saying. Alcoholic
I like
beverage
both.
at the workplace. It is legal to drink cider, beer, or wine at work. I've always been told that...
Actually, in America, it is not illegal to drink at work. If your company has a policy against it, then you can't do it because that's company policy, but there's no... Because most of the time you're going to be on private property. Like, if you're a federal government, then no, because that's public drunkenness, public drinking. But if you're on... most of the time you're going to be working on private property. So it's up to them if they want to drink. And hell, I know construction sites that say, yeah, it's hot, shit sucks, yeah, y'all can have like 3 beers each. So it's not, you are legally allowed to drink in the United States, but it's up to your company.
In France,
Or your boss.
children start drinking wine as water. So kids at a young age start drinking wine. And I think the reason why it is allowed at work, because if you're someone who grows up drinking wine their whole life, you build a tolerance to it. And it does not make you drunk like me.
Alright, if you're 21, and you start drinking at 21, you can build up a hell of a tolerance by the age of 24 on multiple factors, but a lot of people drink very heavily and party and build up tolerance very fast. Oh, and as I've said in one of my previous videos, I don't remember which one, it's not actually illegal to drink under the age in a lot of states. You just can't buy it, or you have to have adult supervision. not even an adult, your parents' supervision. Like the one I can think about is Texas, where you can drink underage if you are supervised by your parent. So,
anyone else who did not grow up drinking wine, I think. So, if you work in France, you're allowed to have some wine at work. That sounds great, actually. So the next one
yeah.
is not a weird law, but I think it's a law that I don't think it would pass in America. In France, in school, religious signs and symbols are banned, including heads.
Nope. That would not fly in America. I have learned So, I used to make up. This was when I was like 5 or 6, so I really didn't know any better. I used to just draw random shapes. I somehow drew a swastika. Not. To be fair, it also wasn't. Actually, I'd probably get in trouble on YouTube. So it was the Buddhist one. It is Buddhist, right? Was it Buddhist or... Yeah. It was the Buddhist one where it was flat and opposite way. I probably saw it somewhere since I don't know where I would have saw it, but I just randomly drew it. I almost got in trouble for it. But the things that saved me were, one, it was the Buddhist one and not the Nazi one. And two, if it was the other one or 2 lightning bolts, you can't really get in trouble for that in the U.S. Freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of expression.
Crosses, so it's not against any Muslim culture. Crosses for Christians are also banned.
Yep,
Please
no.
let me know if that's true.
Protected under the First Amendment.
I do understand why children need to figure out what religion they want to pursue, or parents who are religious in one kind of religion, they do not want their children to be exposed to other religion at such a young age. But it's something good to know.
America, bitch.
Very interesting. The next one. You can write a check on a toilet paper. Banks would probably not accept it, but in France, it is legal to write a check on any piece of white paper as long as you provide the correct and proper information. So, your routing number, your account number, and your name. Yeah,
How would you...
That's all that goes on a check. I never need to write a check. I'm a white girl. Swipe.
You need an account number, a routing number, the person's name, the amount, your name, and it has to be signed.
But if you need to write a check in France, you can just pull out a piece of paper and write on it, and you're good to go. I think the next one,
as long as it has the account and routing number, I guess that's fair.
Taken at night of the Eiffel Tower is copyright material. Copyright means you cannot sell it unless you have permission. But I'm pretty sure you can get...
I don't know how I feel about that. Like, do they have fair use laws, like exceptions, like the people who are pretending to lean on the Eiffel Tower and look giant? Because that is transformative, and the focus isn't the Eiffel Tower, it's the person. But then again, the Eiffel Tower is a piece of art by the French, just like the... I am glad they don't have anything about that with the Statue of Liberty. I hope they don't. Because that was also a gift. But yeah.
Get away with posting a picture on your Instagram story, I think.
Well, the other part about that is you're most likely not making money on your Instagram. Not for the picture.
I should Google that. You can divorce your husband if he watches too much TV.
In the U.S., you can divorce your husband just because you want to divorce your husband, so... Divorce needs to be decent, decent devised.
actually understand it. I see why. When you
Fuck
start
you.
thinking about it, it kind of makes sense. When your spouse spends too much time watching TV.
Alright, they also work 60 hours a day, 60 hours a week to provide for you. So,
TV or games, I mean, like sport games or playing video games, he or she is basically not respecting the vow they made to you.
their vow is to support you, as yours is to support them. They're doing their job by making sure you have money. Now, deadbeats, I'm not talking about them, but people who are actually financially supporting their wife, and they sit down a couple hours for TV before go to bed, stuff like that. That's the other thing about vague. I'm not sure what the law is, but what is too much TV? Because if you talk to some women, they say, "Oh, if he watches TV at all or plays video games at all, that's a red flag." If you talk to some, they go, maybe reasonable 5 hours, 4 hours, 3 hours." So what is too much?
To make you their priority. So if you feel like your spouse is giving more attention to games or sports, then you have the right to divorce them because.
Alright, I agree with this. At the same time, if you go through with this, I also think that you have no right to alimony. He was supporting you financially. You chose to walk away from that because he decided to watch TV. That means you don't see the value in him supporting you, therefore you lose alimony. Child support is a different story. That's taking care of the kid. But if she chooses to walk away, why should you be responsible for her financial well-being?
Your time, do you want to waste it on someone who's not giving you the amount of time he or she is giving the TV? Does that make sense? So I think this is a good reason to divorce someone. The next law.
Alright, let's go with average. 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week. Not including overtime, let's just do bare minimum. That means that 40 hours is devoted to making sure you're healthy and he's healthy. How many hours are there in a week? Calculator. 24, nope, not 40. 24 times 7. 160. So a quarter of his time. Let's say, and then another 8 hours a week. 8 hours a day spent sleeping because you're supposed to get 8 hours a day. 8 times 7. 56, that's 96. Over half your time already. So let's say you want to spend 4 hours a day with your wife. 28. So that's 96, 114. That leaves with 32 hours a week. And 32 divided by 7. 4 hours a week. 4 hours a day for you to do your own thing. A little bit over that. That's giving the wife 5 hours. 4 hours. So, where's all this supposed to be extra time supposed to be going from? And God forbid you spend 60 hours a week or 80 hours a week working. I don't feel like that's a just law. Can the man divorce you because you don't spend enough time with him? Actually, if that's an actual thing, then granted, it'd be fair. Can a man divorce you for not having enough sex? It has to go both ways.
In friends, if a relative steals from you, you have no legal resources.
That's bullshit. Because by that insinuation, that means you have less legal resources with family. And there are people who will trick you and manipulate you into being their friends just so they can steal shit from you.
Cannot sue your cousin.
Yep.
If they steal from you, or
You can't choose your with family. That's even worse because you can't choose your family.
Your brother-in-law steals from you. That's a weird law.
That's even worse.
I would love to hear more about it. Is that true? Let me know. Next law, the last law I have for this video. First cousin marriage is totally legal. Okay.
Sweet home Alabama.
I mean, better than siblings.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you would like to marry your first cousin, move to France, and then you can legally do so. Probably. And
Noah, get the boat.
that was it for this video.
Right.
Some interesting laws. I really like that you can drink at work.
Alright, she's just going over a recap. So, if you liked the video, thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. If you want to marry your cousin, go to France. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.